الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر. انفجار ضخم جدا في جبل القاسم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. الله أكبر الله أكبر. دمشق 5/5/2013. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Beirut, Israeli warplanes bombed the outskirts of Damascus early Sunday for the second time in recent days, according to Syrian state media and reports from activists, signaling a sharp escalation in tensions between the neighboring countries that had already been exacerbated by the conflict raging in Syria. A huge fireball erupting on Mount Kashiun, a landmark hill overlooking the capital on which the Syrian government has deployed much of the firepower it is using against rebel-controlled areas surrounding the city. The official Syrian Arab news agency said that a scientific research facility had been struck by an Israeli missile, and a banner displayed on state television said the attack was intended to relieve pressure on rebel forces in the embattled eastern suburbs. The banner was accompanied by martial music and footage of Syrian soldiers marching, descending from helicopters and firing rockets, indicating that Syria may not shrug off the assault, as it has with some Israeli strikes in the past. The Israeli aggression comes at a time when our armed forces are scoring victories against terrorism and al-Qaeda gangs, state television said. A subsequent video suggested further strikes were taking place in the same location, although the number was unclear. An anonymous intelligence official in the Middle East confirmed state media reports that the strikes were carried out by Israeli warplanes, according to the Associated Press. But Reuters news service reported that an Israeli military spokeswoman said, "We don't respond to this kind of report." The attack Sunday came hours after U.S., Israeli and Lebanese officials said Israeli warplanes had struck on Friday a shipment of missiles destined for Lebanon's Hezbollah movement at Damascus International Airport. The attacks coincided with mounting pressure on the Obama administration to formulate a response to the growing risk of weapons proliferation in the Syrian war, notably the possibility that chemical weapons are being used in the conflict and could fall into the hands of extremists. It also came amid renewed reports of sectarian violence in the northern coastal region of Latakia, a stronghold of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, where his supporters allegedly killed at least 50 and perhaps as many as 100 Sunni Muslim villagers in recent days.
This is that the Israelis justifiably have to guard against the transfer of advanced weaponry to terrorist organizations like Hezbollah.
On Saturday, Syria's president made a rare public appearance at Damascus University. Bashar al-Assad urged his supporters to carry on as usual to defeat the opposition.
Throughout history and across cultures, terrorism has been the weapon of the cowardly. That's why they attacked the students and the teachers. But once they saw the Syrian military, those cowards fled. When we live our life and have as much normal life in the country, they will break down.
But this is normal life. Fighting on the ground, shelling from the air, and neighborhoods turned into rubble as the world watches on.